One of our presenting sponsors is the New Club. And with us today, we have two founding team members who you'll meet in this introduction. And then you can also meet them at their virtual booth at Elevate in about 10 minutes or 9 minutes. So I'll hand it off to them.
Thanks so much, Angie. Thanks everybody for joining us today. We're super excited to be here. Big fans of Girl Geek. If you did not meet me earlier today or the New Club, we are a curated network for women in engineering. We offer a variety of community services that we will break down in today's session. But we'd love to share a little bit more about us first. So again, if you didn't meet me earlier today, my name is Danielle. I am one of the creators of the New Club and head of talent. And I've been in recruiting for about 10 years. I've worked at a lot of different startups and large companies from 2 employees all the way to 5,000. I'm really passionate about helping women succeed in tech. In my spare time, I like to teach yoga, spend time with my dog, Freddie, who's here on the screen, and also enjoy spending time in nature. So with that, I'll pass it over to my colleague and partner, Laura, to introduce herself.
Thank you, Danielle. So great to meet everyone and excited to chat more in our booth today as well. A quick intro on me. I spent the last decade plus in early stage startups and venture capital. I'm super passionate about that experience of getting to build an exciting product and serve customers with a team. So excited to share more about how we can help women in engineering feel supported across different startup adventures. I also love the outdoors, so it's fitting that Danielle and I connected over that and are excited to bring to life Women in Engineering retreats with the New Club and our recruiting service, which we will talk about today. So I will dive into a quick by the numbers on the New Club. So we just launched the New Club private community in March of this year. We have around 500 members right now and growing every week. We have a majority members with 6+ years of experience. So really trying to provide support at those mid and senior levels when sometimes you start looking around and can be the only woman in the room. And we do that through a variety of curated local events in SF, in New York. The Women in Engineering retreats are a big one that we'll talk about. And of course, partnering with interesting companies and startups too to help women in our community expand their networks. So I briefly voiced over these different types of offerings we do within our community, the monthly events. This is an example of just ways to deepen your connection and network across different companies with other women. We do curated group experiences. These can be tech talks, they can be learning about different startups, they can be private dinners. And then finally today, what I'll focus on is the Women in Engineering retreat. So the retreats are a really wonderful opportunity to step away from the day-to-day and also get to connect with awesome women. So there are 3 goals for these retreats. We'll have 2 of them coming up this fall in New York and SF. And I'm actually going to play a short video in the background just to have a visual while I voice over the retreat. So this video is from one of our retreats in Northern California. We'll actually be back at this location later this fall. So the 3 goals of the retreats, number 1 really is to create authentic relationships between women engineering. There are so many resources, Girl Geek being one of them, to learn about companies and get excited about tech. And what we wanted to do was really fill this gap of authentic, kind of slow down, get to know each other relationship building. So that's one of the main opportunities that you'll have at the retreat weekends. The number 2 reason is actually to provide a space for career reflection and direction. So we know that sometimes in the day-to-day, we hear from our members so often that they're so busy with work, with life, and they just don't get a chance to step back and have that me time to think about, okay, where do I want to go next? So I actually have an example on the next page, a spotlight of one of our career workshop speakers, Ari. She was someone who has been a longtime engineering leader. She was a director, senior director of engineering at Twitter, running their machine learning team. She was a site lead in New York. She spent the retreat weekend with us leading a design thinking workshop applied to your career. So really diving in with participants around what are some of the things that you're most passionate about, what are some of the things that actually drain your energy, and how do you design a career and consider a next step that might focus on what gives you energy and ameliorate some of the items that you want to reduce from your day-to-day work. So we talked about that. We did small group breakout sessions, and we know that participants really came away with the ability to have a new sense of direction. So just a sneak peek of the retreats, happy to share more in our booths. We'll drop some links in the chat too. And we really try to pack over $4,000 of value across the workshops, the farm to table food, the nature center in for a price that's around $1,800. Plus we're doing a $200 off for the Girl Geek community. So definitely check that out. And I will hand over to Danielle to talk more about the curated job intros that we do with the new club.
Thanks, Laura. So I'd love to tell everyone a bit more about our talent services at the new club. So the new club talent offers curated job introductions to startups that are looking to build diverse teams from the ground up. Our talent team provides you with support based on your unique job preferences and matches you directly to startups that are interested in speaking with you. Your information is only shared with those companies if you opt in, so it's a bit more of a private experience as well. We also offer top support on topics ranging from interview prep to negotiation support. The next slide. So here's a bit more about our criteria and our talent partners. We generally look for startups that are between anywhere from 2 to 100 employees, those that have credible investors, a strong growth trajectory and story, and we're really excited that about 50% of our partners right now are led by female teams. We definitely love working with and for female CTOs or female CEOs, and we love to support the growth of women in leadership at early stage startups. The majority of our partners are in health tech, AI, developer tools, climate tech, and we're adding more and more every day. Also, the majority of our locations are in the Bay Area and NYC, with some being fully remote or hybrid. And then lastly, the positions. So they really range from front end, back end, full stack would probably be our most common roles that we see, to machine learning engineers being more common at the AI companies that we work with, as well as infrastructure engineering. We know how hard it is to find early stage startups, so pre-seed to seed to Series A. So we really want to be a resource for women as they're starting to think about taking the risk and jumping to a new startup. Great. So that's it on us. Questions, please follow this QR code and the link here to sign up for membership or learn more about us. We'll also be at the booth today from 12 to 1 if you'd like to talk more either about the previous session on negotiation or the new club.